Good morning and welcome to a sports news for you news update. Earlier this week, the Miami Heat came out and said that they had a team meeting and with the organization, and they said they're going to try to make a run at Carmelo Anthony. Probably the biggest story of the week, and we're just going to kind of dive into it today and see what some of the effects might be. First, is Melo going to leave the Knicks? Right now, the Knicks have a whole lot riding on this decision. They brought in the money for Phil Jackson. They brought in the money for Derek Fisher. So they're really trying to build up this staff and their front office. They're trying to put the right people in so Carmelo Anthony will feel more secure being a New York Knick. But if he does not stay, who's going to be there? That all that money was just wasted. Who's going to be the main, who's going to be the face of this franchise? The Knicks, everything is riding on Carmelo Anthony. Now, if the Heat get Carmelo Anthony, we're talking Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Carmelo Anthony. First of all, it's going to be very hard to find people that are going to want to, one, play off the bench for this team. Because you already have guys like James Jones who can really play basketball, but he just sits on the end of the Heat bench because, James Jones could be useful in some place like Milwaukee. That's what Mike Miller did. He was useful for the Heat, and so now he went to a place where he could be in the starting lineup. So nobody's going to want to play behind these guys. All these guys, that's 4 spots. Guys playing 35, 40 minutes a game. It would look like Mario Chalmers might be out of a starting position. It's just all... It's very hard for me to see a big four. One, I don't think that they would really do all that well. I think that there would be some communication problems. I think towards the end of the year, guys would kind of get sick of Melo's consistent shooting. You're talking about sharing a ball with a guy that averages about 2 assists a game. It's not. I don't see it working. I think Chris Bosh is going to wind up kind of excluded, and it's just going to be a Wade, James, and Anthony trio. So I don't think it would be a good move for the Heat. Yes, it would bring in a crap load of money for the organization, but it's not the right move for them. If anything, I see Carmelo staying in New York, and if he doesn't, options are open everywhere, possibly Chicago. I think that's a place that he could maybe wind up. Just the Heat, definitely not the place for them. Now is the big three going to stay together? Because it looks like they're going to lose this finals. So if they go back to San Antonio tomorrow and they lose the finals, is the big three going to stay together? Possibility Dwayne Wade retires, then you could think about bringing in Carmelo Anthony. Now, Dwayne Wade probably won't retire, but you look at the quality of his play, and it's kind of gone down over the years. Now, this playoff series, not against San Antonio, but the entire playoffs, he's had a few pretty good games where he's, gotten above 20 points, and he's still producing. But if you're looking a little bit further into the future, Carmelo Anthony is a possibility. But the first couple years, it's going to be rough. And the entire Eastern Conference is just going to suffer. I don't think it's good for the NBA because you're just eliminating basically the entire Eastern Conference. There's going to be little competition. So I don't really think it's a good move for the entire NBA. It's just not a good move. So different options. We'll see what plays out uh, over the next coming month. It should be pretty exciting. So thank you for listening. This has been a Sports News for You news update. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.